Hello everybody, here from my car today. I hope everyone's having a great Tuesday. So, I ended up finding more information today. I'm sorry, it's really early in the morning. But I ended up finding more information about Godzilla vs. Kong the other night. Some leaked information, potentially. There will be spoilers, so click off this video now if you don't want spoiled. And originally, I wasn't going to read any leaks or even watch trailers, but now that I've got all this information, I kind of feel like it's kind of pointless to just avoid it. Because originally, I found this information because it was supposed to go over some like design changes and stuff, which to me, I don't consider that a major leak. I didn't think that was going to be that big of a deal. But this guy ended up saying more stuff, and I don't know how credible he is. Apparently, to some people, he is pretty credible. So, we'll just have to see. He does mention some stuff that I already knew that was leaked about the film a while ago. There's another reason I was kind of like, this probably has some believability to it. Again, though, any of this could be fake. Take it with a grain of salt. There is a potential this is real. And some of it does add up with some things that the leaker for King of the Monsters stated about GVK so far. He got wiped off the map, though. I don't even know what kind of legal issues he's going through. He was given some he got Justice League right, King of the Monsters right, and he gave some information about GVK before he went that does line up with some stuff this guy said. So, yeah, in this video we will discuss these new leaks. I just did an audio check. I think this sounds much better. I want you guys to know, though, I'm going to read his comments fully, and some of them might not make sense. They're out of order, and he's responding to some people. So if it doesn't make sense, I'll link where these comments came from in the description. But we're going to read them just how he said them. So a little bit out of order, but okay. The cave painting I'm being told of GVK is not an ancient battle between Godzilla and the Kong species king primate. The cave painting is actually a prophecy. The Iwi tribe is known of Godzilla from cave paintings, believes that he will return for a day of reckoning, predicts a future battle against their god of Skull Island. They know Kong is a super specimen of his kind, and there will be a battle between the two gods, the two kings. I think that word specimen. Unless he meant to say species or something. I don't know. It's like species without an S, but beyond the point. Anyways, I noticed you posted what I told you about. Okay, I'm going to skip a little bit of that. That was part of the rewriting of the film. We'll learn this when Monarch goes through Hollow Earth and discovers a lot of both origins. FYI, that Michael D. threw us off with his Rocky analogy. The GVK is actually about the original Rocky, not Rocky 4. All I heard about the first trailer was that months ago they didn't want to give us any clues about the movie. They will show clips of the 33 and 54 classics of both icons. Then they'll show them both in the way they look in GVK at the end. Just give us enough to be excited about. Know it's about two protectors. He even said that's kind of a rumor. I'm assuming it's a rumor wherever he's at, if this is true again. But sounds like the first trailer won't have much if this is true. And then he says it's more of the design. They are just touching up the look. He'll look basically the same. Tips of the spines is only major. I heard that he has a way of channeling all that power from the nuke. Godzilla still has most power for GVK. King Kong's going to shake the fans to the core. Toy lines for GVK have Atomic Rage Godzilla and Primal Rage King Kong for Godzilla. These small changes will only be noticed by the hardcore. All the things addressed on Godzilla's from Adam Wingard having a team reading from fans about complaints of his look. He wants the fans to know that both icons will have the looks we always wanted. Kind of interesting if they actually brought in fans to give him some like complaints and stuff. I think that's really loyal and stuff, or nice. For spoilers, he said GVK will go in depth about the two protectors. Godzilla protects Earth and restores the natural balance. Kong protects Hollow Earth. The main passages run through Skull Monster Island. Protecting Hollow Earth is just as big as a responsibility. I heard of Godzilla, Mechagodzilla, and his role in GVK. The one will fall slogan is actually from Son of Kong. Godzilla and King Kong both win in a way. I won't spoil it. I'll say Godzilla falls into the Hollow Earth. I do know why King Ghidorah came to this planet before he was put in the ice by Godzilla and Mothra. What lies under the Hollow Earth is the ultimate titan that cannot be awoken. When Godzilla rises, he will get angry at mankind because he'll never be able to restore that balance again. So leaves the door open for Godzilla 3 going rogue. Godzilla 3 going rogue. I think what he means there is that they have a third movie planned and he'll go rogue or something. Michael threw us off with his Rocky 4 analogy. The truth is GVK is more about the original Rocky. There is your clue. You mentioned how Godzilla is a true king. Remember, without King Kong, there would be no Godzilla. Going forward, Kong will get the origin change that he deserved for the past 50 years. They will go forward with 2 different franchises on lower budget films with Kong fighting Titans. They'll continue Godzilla with him fighting his Toho library. The future of both is great. Their popularity of Kong in the hardcore will skyrocket. He's much bigger with casual Jurassic Park fans than Godzilla right now. After GVK, I believe Universal, not Toho, will have bigger icon going forward. Regardless, they are by far the two biggest cinema icons. They plan to bring them both back in a crossover if the film crosses $700 million. He also then goes to state, I know prequels and sequels are planned. And he then goes on to state, referring to Godzilla, he will get those white tips on his spines from the 62 classic, almost a crystal look. When his spines glow, they will be a more neon blue. They will make minor improvements from King of the Monsters, but noticeable. He'll look a tad thinner, his neck looks better, not steroid look. This will be the best looking Godzilla ever, quote unquote, or his words. And the last major thing they say, which is a pretty big deal, December 5th through September 8th, the first trailer should drop. It's going to be at CCXP 19. I believe that's what the event is called. CCXP 19, for sure. I don't know if that's what I said the first time or not. I just double checked. But according to them, the trailer should come out somewhere from December 5th to the 8th. I believe someone actually said December 5th through like the 11th too, just because they're going to reveal the trailer apparently at the event and then post it a few days later online. That's what the plan is. So that's what they said. And so far, that's all the information I found from these people. While I can't guarantee you any of this is true necessarily, a little bit of it, I will say, is true. He does have some sources to back him up. There's an image from clear back when they finished wrapping, when they wrapped up filming for GVK. And it's what became our poster image. But the thing is that it's a much bigger shot. I should put it on screen. And basically, Godzilla's spikes are white-tipped. And they look a bit more like 2014-ish-esque. Kind of more diamond, like he said. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty accurate. My source, I can't believe I forgot his name, but he, like, the one who got King of the Monsters completely right, and Justice League right. Some of the information he gave out about GVK was that Mechagodzilla will, in fact, be in the movie. He explained that Mechagodzilla was going to be under Skull Island, which is interesting because the credits of King of the Monsters states that Monarch's building a big, like, robot underneath Skull Island. And then he'll proceed to kill a Skullcrawler when he awakens, or when the military, like, gets him. I mean, as far as I know, he's I don't think he really has a, like, major role in the film. I like, that's the most I know, is that he kills a Skullcrawler. I don't know if he actually, like, proceeds to, like, fight Godzilla or anything. I think it's just, like, experimental, because his hands are supposed to be, like claw machine hook things and stuff. But I have known about Mechagodzilla being in the film for a long time now. When he compares the film to Rocky 1, I'm trying to remember all the information I just said off the top of my head. Oh my god. When he compares the film to Rocky 1, the reason Rocky 4 threw us off is because, well, Ivan Dragon's the big badass and Rocky is like pipsqueak. So Rocky ends up coming back and winning, and it's a big epic moment. However, Rocky 1, on the other hand, basically the film is Rocky's the underdog, and then Apollo Creed is the basically, you know, the big fighter. I don't know why, it's too early in the morning for me to use words. I love the Rocky movies growing up and stuff, and I went and saw Creed in them. I'll be on the point. So basically, what happens in that film, for anyone who doesn't know, Rocky puts up a really good fight and whoops around Apollo Creed a lot, but in the end, he ends up losing to Creed. So in a way, you could say that I was saying is that Kong will put up a great fight against Godzilla, but in the end, he'll kind of lose. But with him stating that Godzilla's going to fall into the Hollow Earth, I'm assuming what that means is that the fight's going to end with something stupid. Like, Kong not necessarily winning, but, like, Godzilla falls into the Hollow Earth and we don't see him again in the film after that. That, or one of the fights, Godzilla falls in the Hollow Earth and then he comes back for, like, a final battle. That's also possible. But with that, I'm just assuming that's going to be the end of the fight. So in a way, it might be some last-second thing. You know, maybe Mechagodzilla. Maybe that's what he'll be used for. It's kind of push Godzilla in the Hollow Earth, or, like, the humans, or someone will open up a Hollow Earth portal thing. Godzilla will fall in. I mean, I'm not even for sure, because, like, I was about to say, most of the spots are on Skull Island, I thought, which would mean they fight on Skull Island, which I'm assuming at some point in the film there's a chance they will, but honestly, I doubt it, too. But we did see in King of the Monsters where he was, like, in a warp hole, like, the Hollow Earth, and then he has his own little, like, cave that's destroyed. Could be something like that. As for the Ultimate Titan, we did get some sort of hints at the end of King of the Monsters when they said don't awaken the Ultimate Titan or whatever. It was like something like that. They mentioned something like an Ultimate Titan, like the main boss basically of the series. And within the background is a picture of like a giant like manta ray, a giant like snake or like eel. I think it was more of an eel. It doesn't mean that's necessarily what it's going to look like or anything, because I think that logo we had seen previous, but like it is possible. They gave him an outpost too, I think. Apparently it's just one Titan that if he gets waken up, Godzilla, not even Godzilla, can restore balance on the earth, and that thing will destroy everything and probably be a bigger threat than King Ghidorah. It's kind of just, I don't know, King Ghidorah was really a threat. He was going to destroy the earth. I mean, like, he alone could have did it. He had like storms galore, you know, like he controlled so many of the Titans. You know, he flew in a hurricane happened. He beat a nuclear charged Godzilla, like a supercharged Godzilla. And I don't even know, it's kind of weird. It took all the way up to like burning Godzilla to kill him. Burning Godzilla did absolutely destroy him, though. But it's kind of weird just to think that you can get any, like, farther than that, you know. It's kind of interesting how he says he can use this kind of, like, nuclear energy from the last film. He knows how to control it now. Because apparently he still has power left over from the nuke or something. Not sure what that's about. But if that's the case, wow, Kong's going to have some... Wow. No, apparently Kong's going to be insane in this film, like, the way he's talked, but, like, if Godzilla really still is nuclear charged, like, if he's still supercharged in this movie, or, like, he can go supercharged, that's a pretty big deal. You know, he can just at any time... I don't know if he's at his base and then anytime he wants to, he can go nuclear, like he can go atomic, and now he won't like blow up or something like he was going to in King of the Monsters. But like that's pretty crazy to think that he can get like really powerful, like probably like on his own, you know, like just at any moment. You know, I know some people say it's a buff, the nuke. I don't know. I personally don't consider, I'm not no power scaler, but I don't consider the nuke being a buff just because he already had the ability to absorb radiation, you know. If he was able to absorb enough, you know, he probably could have reached that point on his own. They talked about the cave paintings being a prophecy and not like a not being like a thing in the past. I think the Godzilla vs. Ghidorah cave paintings, I feel like those were in the past. You know, we see one of Ghidorah's heads ripped off in those cave paintings, but like, and you know, so that could have been to the future, but I don't know. But there was a big theory about that. But the reason why I specifically think that these are going to be I can't believe these. It's because in the Kong Skull Island comic book series, there's in fact a guy who can see into the future. He says prophecies, he can foretell things. It's very likely he saw this battle. I can believe that. That would definitely put the comic books together with that. Might make the Monsterverse seem a little bit more uncanny, but I mean, we have a giant alien 3-headed dragon that can regenerate on will. We probably gonna have a giant mecha, version of Godzilla. I mean, let the series have its fun at this point. And didn't talk much about Kong's look. It just said he was rugged in age, but he was going to shake fans to the core. I don't remember if he meant Kong fans. I'm assuming what he means that Kong fans are going to be yeah. Godzilla fans are going to be no, that's not possible. Won't bother me a bit. If he puts up a good fight, that's more entertainment for me. Just as long as it's not one-sided the whole time and Godzilla's getting absolutely annihilated, he's gonna die because Kong shoves a spear in his gills, something stupid like that. He did talk a little bit about Godzilla's design change still. I don't know if I really mentioned it. I did talk about a little bit about the white spikes and the crystal look and the neon, but his atomic ray being neon blue or his back things. I think that would look more, because I know in 2014 his atomic ray is more of a dark blue, and then in King of the Monsters, I think it's a little lighter colored, but it still kind of has the, especially the spines going to have a color scheme of 2014. Neon blue, if I had to imagine, it would look more along the lines of Tokyo SOS or something, some of the classic films where it's going to be a pretty bright blue. Not bad, I don't mind that at all. It's not no major deal to me. So I mean, if you like the color neon blue, you might be getting your wish. What else did he mention? I kind of already gave a quick discussion on the trailer. Although I will say, if that's really it, if it's just going to be a flashback shots to 33 and 54, it's just going to have fun. I don't know. That's not really that knockout trailer that people are predicting, is it? At that point, I feel like you should just I don't even know, that's kind of weird if that's really all they're gonna do. If really all we're gonna get is just some flashbacks and then maybe a quick shot at the end. It's not that I'm impatient, I'm the one who's been defending it. But I think at this point you do have to release more footage than just that. Honestly. But because people are going to be oh, the film looks bad, that's why I'm not showing it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I mean, you can still give us enough to, know what we're going to be watching without spoiling the film, 2014 did a great job of that. The only trailer I think's kind of a spoiler for the actual plot of the movie was the Asia trailer. But, it's whatever. Other than that, I don't believe there's anything else he really mentioned I didn't get to. I don't think. I think I kind of went over the gist of it. I do think it's possible. Apparently, I heard a couple people tell me apparently he's kind of credible. Don't know if that's true. I've never heard of him before now. I don't even. His name's Ted Unseth or something, but his comments are public. I mean, they're on I'll post where I found them. So it's not he's some insider source. He's publicly saying it. Again, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if any of this is true. It does kind of add up. Some of it does at least. Figures. I think those would be cool looking. I'm assuming those are going to be the Playmate toys. Hopefully those aren't the main line we have for the film. I really want some I know NECA doesn't have the license yet. Bandai has the Kong license, obviously, so I'm assuming they're going to be doing some. Can't wait for that. I don't know. Like I said, take this information with a grain of salt. Some stuff does add up, the Mecha Godzilla stuff and the prophecy stuff can add up, and there's multiple people talking about the trailer coming out throughout that, like, Comic Con thing. But I think that's, like, it's in Brazil, so whatever that is. So I'm not going to make this video run on any longer. I just thought I'd share that information, so for you guys' entertainment. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please share, like, and subscribe. Take it with a grain of salt, guys, but the information's there if you want to read it for yourself and stuff. Link will be in the description of the video. You'll just have to look for the Ian Cassidy's comment. That's the big one that has the supplies on it. But yeah, guys, so that's all for me. Didn't mean to make this video drag on so long, but it gave me a really big discussion. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please share and subscribe as always. Peace.